What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm gonna attempt to connect to the controller of this Heybike Villain over here in my full review video, which, by the way, I'll have up in one of these corners and in the description if you're interested in checking out the full review on this bike. I managed to hit 43 miles an hour, which is pretty fast already on this 52 volt mini electric dirt bike. But I think I might be able to squeeze out a little bit more top end, so let's get started. So this 52 volt bike has a Fardriver controller. I'm pretty sure it's an NS12. Now we could remove the seat over here. There's a little kind of wing nut that you can take out from the back right here. You're not gonna be able to see that, but trust me. Looks like that, and then this seat comes off, and this is where we get access to the battery and the controller. Now I think I might need to take out this panel in order to get better access, so let's do that. All you need is a 4mm hex key, Allen key, whatever you want to call it. Now I got this kit on Amazon. I'll have a link in the description. It just attaches to your drill, makes life a lot easier. So let me take this out real quick and we'll take it from there. All right, got that out. And you just dig in there and I can already see the Bluetooth dongle female side that I need. Now, obviously, you're gonna also need this Bluetooth dongle. I'll also have a link in the description for that. It's like 20-25 bucks. So let's connect that in here. Sweet. And now we'll move to the app. I'm just gonna turn the bike on. And I see that we are connected. So let's go ahead and go over some of the settings. Okay, so we can see that my speed is way low. Gear high speed is at 40%. We're definitely gonna move that higher. I just wanna scroll so I can have all the settings saved, but we can go to Open, Pro, and BLE. And we're gonna be changing max speed from 4,800. We're gonna go to 9,000. Of course, we're never gonna reach that, but we're just gonna change that. Rated speed, let's go to 9,000. Now ratios in speed, so from 500 RPM all the way to about 6,000, I'm gonna change that to 100%. Now I'll start tapering it off from 6,500 on down by 5%. So we'll go 95, 90, 85, 80, 80, 75. All right, and limit speed will also change to 9,000. And for the rest of this stuff, yeah, we're not gonna touch anything else. Let's see if we can change the rated power to 2,500 watts. Okay, sweet. And then we're gonna hit save. Return to simple mode, and gear high speed we're gonna move to 100% and hit save. Okay, perfect. Now we can turn the bike off, close the app. Now you want to remove the dongle from the bike, because if you turn it on with the dongle it's gonna give you an error. Put that to the side. Now I guess that theoretically you don't have to remove the seat. I just wanted to show you that, but let me throw the seat back on so I can go test drive this thing. Turn the bike on, make sure we are still good over here. Ooh, sounds mean. All right, let me take it outside and see our top speed. I'm gonna leave this open for our test just in case something goes wrong. So let's go outside. All right, so we are trying to beat 43 miles per hour. I hope I have enough room to make it. I am in mode 3, almost a full battery. Let's see what kind of speed we get this time. Now it's a little bit colder and a little bit more windy than what it was when I first did that test, so hopefully that doesn't have a negative effect on our top speed. I'm gonna try to tuck in, so please excuse the camera angle here, and I'm trying to give this bike any chance of getting a faster top speed. Okay, I don't know if I can squeeze any more out of it. Let's see what kind of speed we got. Okay, so we gained, but really not that much. We're looking at 43.4 miles per hour. So it looks like this bike is already kind of pushing it to the limit right out of the box, which is actually a good thing because this bike is a monster. My settings didn't seem to have that much of an effect on this particular tune, which is already a great tune. We just got a little bit more torque maybe off the line, but nothing too crazy. I'm gonna try real quick to connect to it one more time off camera and see if I can change something else to see if we can get a higher top speed, but it seems like this bike is already at its limit. Okay, so I changed some settings. I changed the line current from 70 amps to 80 amps, and that's like the main setting you want to change. Now, I'm not sure what this battery is capable of outputting, but hopefully 80 amps doesn't cut off on us. That's a big setting to change in order to get more speed. So I changed that. Also changed the max RPM to 12,000. I don't think we're gonna reach that, but I just changed that. Those are the two things I changed. So 43.4, I'm gonna reset that one more time, and let's try again. Okay, so I can already tell that it has a little bit more pep to it, and the speedometer showing 45, 46. It's already faster than it was before. Gonna tuck in, excuse the camera angle. I really want this to work, guys. Okay, I feel like we're at the max speed right here. Sheesh, this thing is so quick. Okay, anything more and I'll be happy. Alright, so look at that. We gained a little bit more, 44.6 miles per hour. That is crazy. Okay, so 44.6 miles per hour seems like that is the most we can get out of this bike, and that is changing the line current from 70 to 80. I did try to change it to 90 and 85. It will not let me change that. So it seems like this is an 80 amp controller. So I did squeeze out, what is it, from 43 to 44.6, 1.6 miles per hour faster on this thing, and it did give it a little bit more pep as far as takeoff and low RPM. Now, like I said before, it is a little bit colder and a little bit more windy today than it was the initial day I was doing the review. So maybe on a different day, different weather, I'd squeeze out maybe another mile per hour. Maybe. I would still consider this a small win, nothing crazy. I thought we'd be able to reach maybe 50 miles an hour. I guess not, but I'll still consider this a win. And for $20-25 for that dongle, which lasts forever for other e-bikes you may get, to me it's worth it. Now I know this might not be the result you expected, but you can't always win, and to be honest with you, this bike is tuned very well from the factory already. Very good tune on this bike, so it seems like they're already squeezing out the most they can out of this bike. But it is what it is. It was worth trying. We did squeeze out a little bit more speed, so we can't hate on that. But regardless, I hope this was helpful to you guys. I appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.